dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Hi, welcome back to another Getting Projects Done with me, Chris. Today we're going to work on getting another model of mine that is sitting in my pantry. The Eightfold Harvest Lord from Necromunda. Yeah, so we're going to get this guy done. He's sold through Forge World and, all of that jazz. So we are going to have to do quite a bit of cleaning. Honestly, I was kind of should I show this on camera, working through it, or, make a tutorial, that kind of thing. But ultimately, I was just kind of, screw it, let's just assemble them, get them ready, get them for the tabletop, and, get playing with them. Yeah, so I have glued Karazi. Anyway, I glued him to his base, so he's attached to this now. You can see I'm angling him all over the place now. In fact, I'll pick him up and see he's attached to the base. So there'll probably be a little bit of touching up on this model, but otherwise, I think he's done. And I'm still leaning very, very heavily to basically giving this guy away. He's a big model. But what the hell am I going to do with him? I don't want him. I don't do the Stormcast thing, so, I don't care. Let's get in. I guess I should cut down this thing too. Today I'm joined by Hail Boop and Barfing Sheep. And of course I can see Mr. Kim joining us today. Face cam. Hey, yes, face cam. Oi, who's that? Who's that stumbling around? Oh, Sir Pork, the second of the line. Cheers for bits. Thank you. Disco, subscribing, tier 1. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll just do bad Elvis impressions all day.
I was about to say Canadian Elvis.
Yeah, I'll tell you something right now. It's kind of embarrassing, but Chris is all about embarrassing himself. Back in junior high, for whatever reason, kids at the school called me Elvis. Why? I'm not 100% sure on, but yeah, they did. That was a thing. Oh, it's even got a little card with it.
Did you have a deep, soothing voice back then as well?
No, I did not. I sound like every other awkward teenager. Yeah. Hi. My name's Chris. Trying to chat up some girl and they sound like this. Oh, I think you're really pretty. Ah.
You got beautiful eyes.
Yeah. You've got really beautiful eyes. That sounds a bit like Grandpa Simpson, but anyway. What is this bit for? I got this thing here. It's GW5 apparently. It's got the copyrighty. 2020? Was this guy really 2020? Really?
Yeah.
Really? Anyway, I don't know. I got a piece of nub here that's got no bits on it, so I'm going to assume it was these for the chain blades here, because I don't see any other loose parts. Ooh, that's going to be fun. No, the part...
He was very early 2020.
Gotcha. Now, this is the part that is going to be really fun to clean. He's got these big shoulder spikes, as you can see here. But the resin cast has the big chunk of flash. Now, thankfully, I don't know if you guys can see, but the the light passes right through it, so it is very, very thin. Do I have a little light? Do I have a light? I've got this light right here.
You got a light, bro.
Yeah, so you can kind of see. Yeah, you can see how the light plays right through it. Yeah. So they are pretty thin, but yeah, it's a pain.
I mean, looks like you can just breathe them off.
Yeah. Hopefully it is that easy. Comes with a nice little Necromunda base. Whatever L42 means on the base. No idea. But yeah,
I got those 10 bases today, actually.
Do you play Necromunda?
I'm going to.
Cool. Yeah, Necromunda's lots of fun. If you're the kind of person who enjoys a little bit more depth into the gameplay, a little bit more stakes at play when you're in the game, trying to protect your little guys and trying to get them level up and trying to make sure people survive, it's a lot of fun. I like Necromunda. It's a classic game.
I like Necromunda. It's my favorite GW game.
Yeah, I like Necromunda. It's good shit. It's good shit.
I like playing Venators. And then not using the Venator's unique mechanic. All kill, no capture.
All kill,
that's not the unique,
no capture.
That's not the unique mechanic. The unique mechanic is you can capture enemy gangers, and when you sell them for their bounties, you get the full credits.
Gotcha.
There's way more depth than I thought.
Because other gangs, when you sell the other gangers for their bounties, or into captured enemy gangers and the bounties or slavery, you get credits of the value of the character that you captured.
Right.
Whereas Venators, aka bounty hunters, they get the full price of whatever that character was worth. So if that character was 150 credits plus the equipment they were carrying, and you sell them to slavery or turn them in for a bounty, you get that 150 credits. Whereas somebody else would only get 75.
Right.
But I all kill, no capture.
Let's keep the light over here, I suppose. Keep it nice and bright.
Venators, you can really, you can, at the start, you can field, like everybody else does, 5, 6 gangers, or you can field 3 and give them, all the Gucci weapons. Combi flamers and auto cannon, or not auto cannons, or heavy stubbers. Give them machine guns, all that stuff. Because they get access to the trading post, they don't have to roll. You just gotta buy what's on the trading post.
It's a pretty good cast. The parts are numbered, which would lead me to believe that the parts themselves are numbered. But this big part here is part 4. But the part 4 shows the torso. So it's a lie. It's all lying to me. Oh, it's even got a little story for him. It's got a little storybook.
Funny is they gave you instructions. Typically, Forge World kits don't come with them.
Yeah.
Unless it's the massive ones.
Well, usually, this came in a blister pack, right? And
blister. Yeah, typically it's just an empty blister with the Forge World paper in it.
Yeah. No, this is pretty cool because it came with his little card and everything.
I haven't bought any of the Necromunda characters off of Forge World yet. I think that just might be something unique to the Forge World or the Necromunda stuff.
Right.
Or I'd imagine maybe the Blood Bowl the specialist stuff. Specialist game. Or box games as they call them now.
Yeah. they got the little channel gates all over the place, and it looks like what they learned from fine casting, they've done for these smaller parts and kits. So I don't remember smaller Forge World kits having this much gates on them, as opposed to like Finecast. Finecasts are just loaded with gates.
No, but at least with older Forge World characters from like, you know, previous editions, they weren't like, I mean, they were detailed, but they weren't super detailed. All the newer stuff, even though it comes with more gates, has more detail and stuff like casted onto it. They don't have to glue on.
Right. Feels very brittle though. Usually, like the Forge World resin is quite soft. This feels almost brittle. I'm not sure if that's something they've switched. Maybe they've switched to a harder resin so they can maintain better detail. Because I mean, like, there's little rivets, the little recessed symbol. There's no obvious mold lines or anything like that. Like, it's a really good cast. Like, even the undercuts and stuff like that are all there. Oh, yeah, you can see there's a bit of a mold line there. That's really good, though. Considering, because Forge World famously is, you know, wonky castings a lot of times, right? Where the heck am I in these comments here? Kim, do a Christmas patron giveaway with the dragon. You know what? That doesn't sound like a horrible idea. I think I will. Sophie, evening or afternoon or morning, all. Well, it's getting on to supper time for me, so I imagine it's the middle of the night for you. Kim, I'm finishing up the Dark Oath Warband, doing the last two now. Cool. Sir Pork, so you finally awake? Finally awake? Yeah, kind of. Thanks for the bits, by the way. Kim, are they ribeye or sirloin, the steaks at play? Sophie, who's making us steaks? The Harvest guy is only making poutine paste. Protein paste of dead people.
Poutine paste.
Poutine paste.
I like some poutine paste.
Yeah, some poutine paste. My daughter loves the poutine, so.
Oh, poutine paste. Is that like astronaut food?
Yeah, pretty much.
Poutine and like a toothpaste tube?
Yeah, pretty much.
Astronaut food. We're going astronaut food now.
No, I absolutely love poutine.
Anybody else gone to like air and space museums and in the little gift shops they have the astronaut food?
I have not. I've been meaning to hit the one in.
Nobody else has tried astronaut food?
No.
No. I mean, it's neat, but you're not missing much. It's just like freeze dried everything.
Gotcha.
Just go eat something freeze dried. You've had astronaut food.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like the typical Forge World stuff. Feels hard.
It might just because it's a newer Forge World kit.
Maybe.
And they've switched up their resin for the newer stuff. I don't know.
Maybe. See, I don't want to apply too much pressure. Even on these little gates, I mean, like, this is... I don't know if you can hear that here. Like it's hard. It's some brittle stuff here. Not brittle, but pretty hard. It's not what I'm used to. That's all. I went into this thinking that it was going to be fairly typical of my experiences with Forge World resin, but I'm wrong. I am wrong from time to time.
So, I have a question.
Sure.
Stegadon Scale Green or Inky by Darkness for the gun casing?
Gun casing of what?
Of the Reavers, or my apparently my new custom chapter.
What's the main color of the body?
The Warplug Bronze shenanigans that I posted in the Discord.
Incubi Darkness or Stegodon Scale Green.
So yeah, it's dry brush with Cycrox Bronze. So that's like the main color.
Oh, so you're looking to create the verdigris?
What?
The verdigris, the oxidization on the bronze. Is that what you're using? And then you're gonna.
Yeah, those guys. I posted one of those big boys with the sword and shield in Discord.
Oh, okay.
That's
Now I gotta look. It's in the work in progress.
It is on the done.
On the done. The completed minis. The guys on the rocks here? No, that's Disco.
It's pretty far up, I think.
Oh, is it?
Kim probably has an idea, is he?
Oh, Barfing Sheep. Metal
Oh,
dudes.
completed.
Yeah, and gold.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yes.
And so you want it the color for what?
The gun casings. For, let's say, a Reaper Marine or normal tactical Marines. Or what would you call them? The intercessors?
Yeah. I think, given how much silver and gold there is, I think the darker Incubi Darkness would be better. Not stay that dark, and then edge it in the Sotek green.
Okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't stay too dark with it, but yeah, I think the darker green would contrast nicely with the brighter. Like, does the metallic look really, really bright?
No, especially not on this guy, because he's a bit more refined.
Gotcha.
That swordy shieldy boy, he was just a prototype,
Gotcha.
so to speak. But yeah, I'll go with the
Yeah, Incubi Darkness.
Incubi.
Yeah, with an edge highlight of Sotek green, and then you could even take that a little bit further with what the fuck is that color? The really light color, Temple Guard blue. That's it.
Okay.
Just at like the little very corners and stuff. If you like doing that kind of highlighting. If you don't, then
I
don't.
do. I like all kinds of highlighting.
Oh, these little gates. I think they're gates. I hope it was a gate. Oh, yeah, see, this looks like a bit of a miscast right here. Looks like my screen's all covered up. I can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, see, I just removed a gate that went from this little icon right here on the belt down to this cloth, and now there's a gap there. Yeah, and it doesn't look like it's intentional. Mind you though, these little cloth bits that go over the hips might cover that up. Don't know. I guess once we get to dry fitting parts together, figure it out.
Going in dry, everyone.
That's right. You're not supposed to go in dry, but you do what you gotta do.
We make do here.
Yeah. I'm gonna cut myself. There we go. Yeah, that makes me think that part is a miscast. And we'll figure it out once we get to it. It's not really a big deal if it is a miscast. Usually whenever dealing with Forge World kits, there's usually a degree of miscast, bending, or, what have you. Where the fuck am I? Greenleaf Terrain. I didn't know John Goodman pained. Does he paint? I don't know. Mikey Venges. Ooh, what's on the table today? I am assembling a kit I've had for a while. The Eightfold Harvest Lord from Necromunda. I'm not particularly excited about getting these spikes cleared off, but that's the goal. Oh, you know what? Maybe that does cross over. Maybe that gap is supposed to be there, because I'm looking at the picture now and it looks like the cloth comes in behind this icon right here. That's pretty clever. Pretty clever. Okay. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm working on. Here, I'll leave this over here, right there, so people can kind of guess. It's nice and blurry for everybody. But I'm just cleaning off parts. It has been a while since I've assembled a Forge World model. So, yeah, if any of you have never assembled a Forge World model and are concerned about, messing something up or what have you, well, you might want to stay tuned, because I invariably will mess something up. Possibly. Maybe. Not likely. Unless, of course, I break the model. That's always a possibility. Now, let's his foot sit flush to the floor.
Chris too strong.
Yeah. No, this guy's going to have to get pinned. He doesn't stand. He does not stand on his own. Ooh, we gotta take care of that. He's got like bunions or something on his toes. Pillaging is hard work. It's hard on the feet. Yeah, it was that kind of a bit of a dilemma for the days, what I was going to work on, because again, I didn't want to work on the dragon because I finally glued him to his base, and yeah. I wonder if I should pin that now.
Did you finish the swamp alligator sloth?
The pig gator? No, I have not finished him yet. Oh my god, they even put gates. There's like little hooks on his belt here.
Mm-hmm.
And they got little gates at the ends of the hooks. These hooks are going to get broke. For sure. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm nervous. Wow. Let's go this way. Go. Try and clear those off later. Let's break these down here. Break you there. And let's try. Ooh, don't really recommend this, but yeah, we're going to do it this way. This one here. Oof. Oof. Always nervous about doing moves like that. But it worked. There we go. I'm just going to clear this little bit right here. And perfect.
I am being summoned. I will return shortly.
Sure. Or maybe that chime sound. That's annoying. Sophie, what miniature is that one? It is the Eightfold Harvest Lord from Necromunda for the Corpse Grinder gang. I like the Corpse Grinders. They're a lot of fun. Kim, red gun cases with metallics. Yeah, you could go with red. Oh, well, Barfing's already gone, but yeah. I don't know. He wanted to do Incubi Darkness or Sotek Green. That's what he was seeing. Trying to clear this little nub off this hook. Try and blend this in. Not bad. Thermicus. What are you building, Chris? I am building a Eightfold Harvest Lord from Necromunda. I should just have it in the notes. Oh, you know what? I didn't even change the show title. Maybe I should change the show title. I'm just going to try and pinch this little nib right off. Try and pinch this little nub right off. Nope. There we go. Good God, man. Do. When you're clearing off flash and mold lines and such off of resin parts, even plastic parts, always be mindful of the angle of your blade on the surface. Even this is a small curvature space here. It's like two little hooks on his belt line. And switching the angle in which you're clearing the debris change so that you don't create like a divot in that surface and make a flat little surface on it. Then it'll kill that curvature on that surface and just ruin that detail. Now the ends of these hooks, I mean, I suppose I could just taper them right in, but I don't know if I really want to go that route. Wait, jeez Louise. Oh.
Retard.
I gotta get rid of those fucking chimes. I don't know why Discord did that.
Me neither. I'll find it. It's user settings, appearance, and then show seasonal theme.
Oh, theme.
Yeah.
I didn't see that before. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it now. In user settings, right?
Yes.
Appearance.
There it goes to. Yep.
App settings, appearance, right?
Yes.
And then theme.
So it should be like a show seasonal theme thing where you can tick off.
Seasonal theme thing. I do not see that.
That's weird.
Yeah. I do not see a seasonal thing.
It says like it's described as decorates the app for a special occasion. Acceptable to switch back to normal.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I got it. And just click it off.
There we
go.
There you go.
Okay, jump in and out, or mute your mic and then unmute it.
Bloop bloop.
Perfect. I didn't hear shit. Let me see. Yeah. That's the default sound. There we go. I can tolerate that. I can tolerate defaults. Not the bloop bloop bloop. Whatever the hell that sound was.
That's really tested.
Ugh.
Oh god. Right.
Good job. Good job, Boop. You did her. You did her. You got it. I think I need my toothbrush for this. Normally, whenever I clear debris off of miniature, I usually use like the hobby brush. This is just the Citadel one, but it's just a plastic bristle brush. But for really fine parts, I prefer to use a toothbrush as it's a lot more gentle.
Yeah. I do that as well.
Yeah. Especially with these resin parts. Just because they can be often very finicky and delicate, and you know. And if you break them, man, it's a pain to try and fix. I know a lot of people basically just kind of give up at that point if they mess it up. For the ends of this cloak, we pretty much could just use a sanding stick or something like that just to take some of these edges off. Of which I may. I may. I think I could see print lines in this cast. Yeah, I can see print lines. So they just cast right from the master then.
I think they started doing that.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys can see it. Like on this edge here, I can see little lines. Almost looks like a fingerprint, but it's not. It's the print lines. They're even and yeah. Huh. Can even see it on this side. It almost looks like wood grain. Let's grab a sanding stick. What do we got here? No, that's nope. There we go. These are, I believe, my 120 grit. That's the fine one right there. Actually, it's using slightly more. Now, if you're going to be using these sanding sticks, I highly recommend you use protection. If you're sanding your resin parts, the resin dust can be toxic. It all depends really on what resin they're using. I know, like, I've worked with kits that, you know, come from China and what have you, and that resin is brutal. Used to be anyway. It was many, many years ago. Somebody wanted help with their kit, and so I basically did an assembly job on it. Wait, did I paint it too? Yeah, I think I painted it too. But yeah, it was a Tau flyer, and it was not legit, and holy oh moly, yeah. Working with the resin, it smelled like frickin' gasoline. Brutal. Alright, what side does this sit on? Oop. Get back to my instructions here. Hooks are on that side, okay. So it should match up, right? Like, oh wow. Look at that. Damn, that met right up. That's a rare occurrence whenever doing any kind of Forge World kit. Getting parts to line right up like that. Like right flush into each other. That's rare. Mind you though, I mean this was designed on CAD, right? So I guess they should be able to get it done properly. Alrighty. Let's do the other leg. I just like to lay the land before I start making little clips here and there, just to see where things line up. You working on anything, Boop?
Not really.
No? You're just taking her easy?
Yep. I glued something and then I was like, that's my hobby for today. All done.
You're not a stress eater, are you?
What? No, I said I glued something.
Oh, I think you said you got something to eat. Sorry, I was listening.
I glued something and that was it for the day. I did my hobby.
Gotcha. Kim, I don't think the sanding sticks will work as protection. No. no, when you're sanding the parts and you get all that resin dust, it can be a problem. Now, I don't know anybody's getting rushed to the hospital because they're inhaling fucking resin dust, but, you know, the danger is
over
there.
time it can be bad.
Yeah. I think the same could be said just about anything, really. Over time, can be bad.
Yeah.
Picking your nose over time can be bad.
Yeah, but I think breathing in the resin will happen quicker than picking your nose.
True. But what if you're really into your nose picking? Like you're all about it. Like you even subscribe to the quarterly magazine. No?
You want something you want to tell the class, Chris?
Yeah, I'm a chronic nose picker. How's that? Breathing in the resin dust is what's something I just love. Love all these little carcinogens entering my body. It's great.
Oh yeah.
I mean, real hobbyists put their lives in danger for their hobby, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. In a world of hobby tippedness, be a Kilgore of hobbyists.
The Kilgore. Kilgore.
I am Kilgore, the Unbreakable. Such a fucking metal name.
I mean, we were talking about him yesterday.
Were we?
Yeah, that's the name of the Colonel in Apocalypse.
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, I'm still I'm a page behind. I'm sorry.
It's the name of the Colonel.
Yeah.
And he's like standing up while all of his men are like, running into the hole, so they just kind of like standing there.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm gonna give you my tip. I'm gonna give everybody my tip early.
Well,
be a Kilgore among hobbyists.
Be a Kilgore.
Have no fear. Just do it.
Be a Kilgore. Alright, this leg, or this side of the cloak, is not matching up as nicely as the other one. Or it matches up like that. Okay, it's not bad. You get a little bit of a gap right by the thigh up there. But the part does connect up right into the belt line. So I thought that space was like a boo-boo, but apparently it is part of the design. It's all part of the plan.
Didn't know we were Zeech up in here.
See what?
I didn't know we were Zeech up in here.
We are?
Zeech plans, jokes.
no, we're Nurgle all up in here.
Yeah, we're Nurgle. I'm a devotee of Nurgle, man. What are you talking about?
No, because he said all according to plan.
My plan. Not the plan.
Oh.
No, I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. I'm making this shit up as I go.
Could say that.
Best way to do it.
Yeah. Some tiny little nubs here. I think that's what's causing that gap. They're not lining up flush. And this belt, it has a little part that comes off right there. And there. Oh man, this is tedious shit. It's fun, sometimes. But it's tedious as a fook. Alright. Dry fit. I'm going to jam it home dry again. Yeah, that feels a lot better. Sit and feel more flush. Damn. I don't think I've ever done a Forge World kit that went together so well. Oh, and just fucking drop parts now.
You haven't?
No, I don't think so.
Send them a donut.
I don't know about that, but yeah. Disco, crystal cleaning plastic. It's I mean technically it is plastic, but it's resin. But I am cleaning it. That's the plan, man. Putting this guy together. I've been hanging on this model. Shit, when did I get this model? I don't even know. It was a while ago I got this guy. Like even on that seam right there on the cloak, like it lines up just nicely. Like this is like kind of like doing the plastic kits. If Forge World keeps doing this kind of shit, yeah, I'll get more Forge World shit. Some of the old kits from Forge World, man, they're brutal to put together. Brutal. Okay, what's next? Let's work on the torso. I guess we could glue that. Oh, you know what I probably should do? I should probably pin that foot. Let's pin that foot. Grab my bit. Grab my pin vise. Don't have any pinning material around. I thought I had one around. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So for most common pinning type of situations, I just use regular old paper clips. I just snip them and go. So all I need is probably just about that much of the pin. Grab my drill bits, my pin vise. Sure this is centered. Looks good to me. Now, typically, we're going to drill this on the flat portion of the foot, so the foot that's making contact with the base, right? And then our goal is to drive the pin that way up into the shin. But first, we need to make a pilot hole so that the bit doesn't jump around on us while we're doing this. And so, I'm going to put it right about there. I'm just kind of eyeballing where I think the center line runs into the leg. So it's right around here-ish. So all I do is I just take the tip of my hobby knife and then just work it slowly, creating just a little divot in the surface. Just like that. Just create a little divot right there. If it doesn't quite feel like it's center or it should work, you can always just kind of clear it and re-drill it or create your pilot hole. Of course, you also have to be mindful of the angle in which you're drilling as well. So all sorts of factors to consider when you are pinning something or drilling. Shouldn't be shy. You shouldn't be afraid of it though. It is kind of necessary. And with a kit like this, I mean, this guy's going to get put together with super glues and such. We're not using any regular plastic cement or anything like that. That doesn't work on this material. And so let's go right there. And yeah. And so as you drill, just work. Take your time. Apply even pressure. I'm bringing the pin vise inward, like applying just a bit of pressure this way as I turn, and I'm trying to keep the bit perpendicular to the surface. The reason why you want to maintain a steady angle when you're drilling, if you wobble the bit, right? That's pretty far. It's only like 1 millimeter or 2 in. Yeah, that's good. But anyway, if you're drilling and your bit, your movement is going like this, even just at a tiny scale, just a little bit, that can make that hole really wide, and it's not going to work for pinning very well. It'll work, just not very well. But anyway, glue. I need glue. Glue. Where's my glue? There it is. All right. So I'm using Zappa Gap. That's what I've been using these days. I like it. It's good for gap filling, obviously. And yeah. Oh, I need no, I don't want those cutters. Where are my other cutters? Cutters. There we go. I got a pair of nippers just for doing these paper clips. Amazingly enough, I stopped using these clippers. See that little hole right there in the teeth, in the blade? I was cutting a piece of brass, and it couldn't do it. This tool, this piece of crap, I don't even know where I got. I think this was like dollar store or something like that. I got these little nippers, and yeah, the tempered steel could not handle the brass, and the brass.
Then it's not tempered.
Right, exactly. Well, typically these things are a tempered steel, right? They're hardened. That's how they maintain their edge, and right. But
yeah, then it's not. It doesn't have any heat treatment if it can't cut brass.
Yeah, well, like, and this set, like right here in my hand, like it was, you know, it was cheap. It was dollar store type of thing. But anyway, yeah, annoying. Fuck, what did I do with my paperclip? Oh, there it is. It's on the paper. Paper on the paperclip. All right. So first things first, let's put a little bit of glue onto the paperclip. If you want to score your... Actually, you know what? Because of where it was cut last, it has that taper at the end. And that can sometimes help with the pinning, especially if the material's soft. It'll kind of like poke in because basically it creates this sharp point at the end. But usually, I like to knock them down. And so with that... Where the fuck is it? There it is. With that, I just take one of my metal files. I'll take a little flat one here. And then I'll just file that end down. Just like so. And just knock that point off. Just make it nice and flush. It only takes a couple strokes to make this flat. Yeah, so you can see how it looks all bright at the end? It's because it's flat now. Then, let's take a little bit of Zappa Gap. Oop, Jesus, that's a lot. Put that right in the foot. Right in his foot. Go right in there. And I probably could have drilled that a little bit further, I think. It's okay, though. It's not really for strength. It's just when we attach this guy to his base, that's really what it's for. So that we have something to do him on. All right. Then, what I like to do, I like to burp my super glue. So if anybody's ever used super glue, see how nice and like liquidy that looks right now? Just always wipe the tip and then squeeze the bottle so it's just air moving through the nozzle into a paper towel. And you can just hear the sound. Like that. And that just keeps that nozzle way clear. You see how it looks dark in the nozzle way? And that's just so that the next time I need it, There's no glue accruing in that nozzle space. That's it. So
I did a learn.
you did a learn. Yeah, burping the tip. That's one of those integral type of things to getting the most out of your super glue, because super glues typically, they clog up in that nozzle space, and you spend like sometimes like around here in these parts. I mean, these things go for $5, damn near $10 sometimes, and you get a couple uses out of it, and then come back a month later and you can see the whole thing's frosted over, and because it leaked, and it's annoying, wasting money, and then you think, oh, it's just a crap glue, it never worked, right? It's because you weren't taking care of it. Alrighty, torso time. Well, I guess I'm just gonna go like this. Actually, no, let's cut it way down here, like so. That way we can maneuver in. Just like so. Oh, I see. Okay. Some little gates. Get you out of here. Get you out of here. Get you. There we go. Can we get this side? Damn right. Damn right. There we go. That's good. Chat's pretty quiet. Everybody's working intensely, I guess.
Please, not all at once.
Yeah. All right.
Intensely basing some bases.
Intensely.
I found a pretty cool counts as trader guardsman, like commander, that I'm thinking about getting.
A traitor guard command?
Yeah.
So much cleaning. I remembered why I was stalling on getting this project done.
I tend to enjoy the building a lot.
When I was a younger fella, I used to really enjoy models and, assemblies and stuff like that. Then once I started really kind of giving a shit about painting, that kind of faded. Not like I became a snob or anything like that, just, But I kind of became a snob.
I have my minions do it for me now.
I really wish I had minions. They might make my life just a little bit simpler. I don't want to say easy, because it's not quite true.
Didn't your wife squeeze out a couple of minions?
She did. But I'm trying to get the I was told to keep the receipts. It's awful, I know. Well, for a little bit there, I had my son. He was, keeping you guys up to date on his progress with his Tau. He has not gotten any more done on his Tau since those videos. With all these gates, it's hard to tell what's a detail, what's not.
Yeah, those resin casted things.
Yeah.
Especially when it's fur.
Yeah. Well, there's this little part right here behind his elbow. It looks like it could be a gate, and it also looks like it could be a piece of tubing or something. I don't know. We'll come back to it. Sophie. Oh, the horrible mold lines, the boring part of the hobby. Yeah, it's not terribly exciting. I don't know if I'll go so far as boring, because, why do this, if it's going to bore you, right? But it's the least fun. It's not as exciting as, priming or, base coating or basing or, whatever, right?
Bump.
Can't tell if that part's supposed to be like that or not. Go, dang it.
The physician.
Yeah, I'm just making a judgment call. Yeah, that part doesn't exist. Not in my model, anyway. I'm going to assume that's a gate. See, I got these frickin' tubes over here, but this arm doesn't have a gate on it, so... Yeah, I'm going to assume this is a gate. Alright, wish me luck. Nope, it was detail.
Oops.
Yeah, oops. Nope, it's a detail. Fuck.
Not anymore.
Yeah, it's gone now.
You thought it was detail. You just don't want the detail. So one of my friends really wants to get into this hobby, and he wants guard. And I like browsing alternative model sites, not recast. No, somebody took time to sit there and sculpt, stand-in models.
Yeah.
Somebody did alternatives for all the guard units, but they're anime cat girls. And I can 3D print them, and I'm kind of tempted to just do that, throw them all in a box, and go, here's your guard.
Post in the Discord.
There's some people who sculpt some really good alternative stuff. Like this commissar I'm looking at, you can change the chain sword hand into a mutated claw hand, but not the Slanesh claw, the actual demon hand where the nail, the nails on the fingers are talons.
Mm-hmm.
That one's pretty cool. kind of tempted. So I do have some trader guard. I have a lot of guard stuff.
Yeah.
Guard is to me what Eldar is to you. I mean,
Quite impossible, man.
I say this having, old way and stuff, but I don't know. I just find it's funny, in a universe where there's like super powered super soldiers, I'm just like, nah, I want the normal dude.
No, give me the normal guy. I want normal. All right.
Give me the normal guy.
So we got our pin in the foot. So now we're going to be able to slap him into a base. He'll stand. That's good. Torso, I think, is cleaned for the most part. So I guess the arms. Maybe I should glue everything together first, right? Just to get that out of the way. Well, I guess I can glue the skirt together on the legs and then wait. Because the way the diagram shows it, it's like you attach everything to the torso and then bring the torso to the legs. Attach everything on the legs, bring it to the torso. Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait. Yeah. Alright, let's do the legs then. Since we got time. So now I think we'll apply super glue. Oop, shoot. Yeah, we lost the part. There we go. Yeah, I think we'll score it up here. And I think on that inseam there. I am a thinking.
It has to be done. Nothing worse than leaving mold lines. Ah! I am a sinner, according to Sophie.
You are a sinner.
Repent.
Repent.
No.
No. Imagine if,
Heard.
yeah, imagine if that's how it went in like the Spanish Inquisition. Repent. No. Okay. You know what? Maybe he's got a point. He doesn't want to repent.
Oh, this dude clearly has his priorities straight, so just leave him alone.
Yeah, apparently.
That's how it was at least in, I don't know how it was in Spain, but in New England, specifically Salem, during the witch trials, they would not burn you for a witch if you admitted to being a witch. And
No,
then
they just fucking kill you.
And then, no. You could admit to being a witch, and then if you would say who is the witch who like converted you or whatever, they would spare you. So if you gave them names, basically.
Oh yeah. If you snitched, you didn't get stitch.
But snitches get stitches, man.
Snitched,
Yeah, exactly.
If you snitched, in this case, you didn't get stitches, nor did you get burned at the stake.
It's wrong.
But then the person who you snitched on, if they then snitched, so it was really only if you maintained your innocence and didn't give names is when they started burning or hanging. Hanging was a favorite of the people in Salem. It actually wasn't even Salem. It was a town a couple miles away from Salem, but everybody associates it with Salem. The more you know.
Yeah, that was informative. Shit, did I just score the right sign? Damn it.
Informative, but you will probably never use that information ever.
Oh, fuck no. Ever.
It's going to be in a... he's going to wake up one day, he's going to be basically in a Saw movie, and one of the questions related to that.
Yeah. I want to play a game.
Tell me about the Salem burnings. Salem witch trials.
Oop, Jesus.
You wanna give another curveball on it? It wasn't the church burning people. It was just normal citizens. The church had to actually come to New England to tell people to stop burning people.
Guys, stop. Stop it.
Yeah,
Guys, you can't just burn people.
It's not cool.
Unless the Pope says so.
Oh, shit, that's too much. Shit.
I do find the statement that truth tends to be weirder than fiction to be something that tends to hold true. Especially when you like really start delving into like history.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. Really shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, really, but
Today's date age, Chris.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I can say that went together pretty nicely. Just a minor gap up by the thigh here. Down by the cloth here. It's minor. It's more like on the fold. Should be pretty easy to cover up. But it matches up nicely here, so I'm wondering if that's supposed to be there. No, I'd imagine not. But yeah, there we go. That's a pair of legs. Burp the tip.
Did you break your tip?
Break the tip. Just snap it right off.
Since Matt's not here, I would field nothing but anime cat girl guard army against Matt just because I think it'd be funny.
Why would that be funny?
Because it's Matt.
Because you enjoy torturing that boy? Kind of like that angle right there. Now, where is the center? Because he's not too crazy, right? Yeah. So, let's go something like that. That's pretty close to center. Basically, all I'm doing is I'm looking down the center of the model to the center of the base. Just trying to figure out where I want this guy. And let's say right there. Yeah, this one. Now with the pin, I'm just going to scratch the surface of the base. Create a little pilot hole from that little marking. I'm going to double check, make sure that's the right marking. Yeah, that's it. Let's make a pilot hole. Like so.
Are you putting a hole? Are you pinning him to the base?
Well, I'm just going to put him to the pin him to the base right now, just so that I have somewhere to stand him while we're assembling. Anytime now. Not gluing them yet. There we go. Busted right through. So now, just slap them right into place. And there we go. Once it's glued, obviously it'll be a little bit more contained, but yeah. Wow, these bases were made in 17? Damn.
Yeah, that's what it says on mine. I'll leave one right now.
Yeah. This thing's been around for a while.
Yeah, I had
What?
the exact same reaction.
Yeah. Okay, no, I guess. Because, yeah, it was 17 or 16 or 17 when the Necromunda came back out. The first box.
It was. I can tell you on a second.
Right down to the minute?
Second. Yeah.
I can just tell you the year.
Oh.
2017.
Well, that's what I just said.
You said 2016, 2017. Now it's confirming that it was.
Oh, you're confirming. Thank you.
I can remember. I judged releases on which house I lived in at the time.
Whoa.
Oh my god. I thought the back things, these shoulder spikes, were going to be annoying. These goddamn blades, they have flashing running right through them.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, that's annoying. Arg. Oh, somebody want to do this for me? Sophie, are you pinning it so you can paint the base separately and get under the mini easier? Yeah, it could. I just pinned it because I knew I was going to have to, because it's resin and plastic, and you basically have to use cyanoacrylate glue to make these things adhere, right? So now, yeah, I could just simply attach them to, say, the pin vise, hold them, and paint them. That is an option. Probably will be what I do, to be honest.
Is anybody here familiar with the Metal Slug video game series?
I have seen a cover art of it.
I've heard of it.
Well, I found a guard tank that looks like the Metal Slug tank.
Is it the Demolisher cannon thing?
It's not on the web. It's not an official GW model. I'll post it in general. It's on Etsy. So a lot of people put their 3D printed stuff on Etsy. No, I was just looking at it, and there's a Demolisher cannon variant, yes, that I'm looking at, but it looks just like the freaking Metal Slug tank. Kind of want it.
Get it.
Do it.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
I am gonna get it. I'm a sucker for Metal Slug. Somebody's done one where the Lehman Russes are replaced with a Sherman. Oh, well, it's a 40k-fied Sherman, I guess. That's what I like about this hobby. So there are some creative people out there.
There are some creative people out there.
Getting a bit nippier. I think I'm going to go commit arson.
Okay.
As in light a fire in the fireplace.
Yeah.
Chris is like, do not condone
Well,
the actions.
I'll be right back. I'll tell you if I burnt my house down.
If my internet suddenly cuts out, it's because I burnt my house down.
Good to know.
Oh, that's just pain. It's painful. You can see the teeth there. I got the top ones done. Still got all these bottom ones to do. Pain in my rump.
Easter?
My rump. Right in the rump. Sophie, I missed it. Was resin? LOL. Duh. Dopey me. Yeah, this is a resin figure, and it's a plastic base. So yeah, you have to use some sort of cyanoacrylate glue to adhere the parts. I don't know. Does anybody know of any good ways to bond urethane resin parts together? Pretty sure it's urethane resin. That's the kind of resin we usually deal with, right? It's urethane resin. Boop.
What resin are we talking about?
Like the typical resin we use in modeling. This is urethane resin, is it not?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. And you're asking how to put parts together? Are you super? I don't know.
Well, no. Well, because I'm pretty sure this is what we commonly use. Like whenever wargamers are referring to resin models and resin kits, even garage kits.
Yes, it's typically that resin.
Yeah, it's urethane resin, right? Now, is there a better way to bond it other than cyanoacrylate? Kim, UV resin for putting resin bits together might work. UV resin? Yeah, I've seen some demonstrations with that UV resin. It's pretty strong. I don't know how strong it really needs to be, but I've seen it used in comparison with like 2-part epoxy and JB Weld and stuff like that. And yeah, it does not hold up. Not to say that that in our needs does it need to be that strong, but yeah.
I would guess 2-part epoxy, but that's more work than just whipping out super glue.
Right, yeah, exactly. Well, no, because you know how like with styrene plastic, we have basically an acetone product that melts the plastic to bond the parts. Is there something out there that melts this resin in a similar fashion that helps bond the parts?
I would imagine, because I have some things in other resins that are fused together, but they're not miniatures, they're bigger. I would imagine there is something that will bond resins, like, plastics or resin, but you know what I mean, like resin, like,
Yeah. I know what you mean.
There are some things out there that probably bond better, but I don't think they would be useful for modeling. Just because the size of the parts, like, I have some resin stuff that's bonded together from like a clamshell.
Okay.
But it's a big thing.
Yeah.
Bigger than a model. So I'd imagine that whatever is used, whether it's some kind of heating process or, some kind of like something similar to plastic glue, I would imagine, only because I've never seen it on anything smaller, that it's really only useful for big stuff.
Yeah, because like bonding resin parts together is a huge pain. And I mean, like, I've been playing with resin kits for like 20 plus years. And I've never really heard of a good option outside of 2-part epoxy or cyanoacrylate. That's it.
Because what I'm talking about is something that's done at, like, an industrial scale.
Yeah. Like
at the factory.
Yeah, they're making like floorboards for a truck or something like that, and it's made of that resin, and they slap them together.
Clamshell 2-part it, and I would imagine, since nobody's used anything like that for models that I know of, that it just, the technology is there, but it's not there to be scaled down small enough to be used on a model.
Yeah.
I could be totally wrong, and somebody could be like, yeah, well, there's this super expensive, like, freaking heat ray gun that you can get. Like, well, yeah. Your normal hobbyist is gonna fucking buy that.
Yeah, fucking irradiate your parts. Yeah, this will bond your resin tighten together really well, but you'll have cancer by the end of it.
You'll have cancer, or it's, it costs, like, a mortgage on your fucking house.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just curious. I don't know. I'm just putting that out there just for anybody out there, because I know there's plenty of people who are more knowledgeable than myself, and somebody out there must know of a good option for putting resin kits together. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, but I still consider myself a student of it.
So you can always learn.
Yeah.
We'll learn something new. Somebody.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's stuff out there, but I'm sure either it's not
feasible.
The technology is either not to the point where it can be used on small stuff, or the stuff that can be used on small stuff, like the tools for it, are just like super expensive.
Right.
That's typically what it is. That's typically why people stick with like tried and true. It's because either the new stuff is not quite there yet, or it's super expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. I concur. Oh, cleaning out these fucking teeth is annoying.
So, I mentioned the sending my friend for Christmas 3 printed cat girl guard regiment just because I think it'd be funny.
Mm-hmm.
I may be doing it, and I may take pictures when it's sent to his house. Because I'm texting another friend, and I was like, let's do this.
No, we're hitting another crossroads in this fucking piece. There is this little thing, this detail under the handle that leads back to the body, right below the pummel of the hand. Is that a gate, or is that a detail?
Full speed.
Because it doesn't look like it connects properly up with the rest of the part, which would make me think it's a gate, but...
Well, where does it connect on the top of his hand?
Well, this is his
Like,
pummel.
look.
This is, like, here's his thumb right here, and his fingers are over here.
Yeah.
And there's this little tube part coming out from the chainsaw in this curvature here.
You know what? Let me pull up Forge Rolled it, and I'll do the 360, and I'll get back to you. Because it looks like it might be a handle. I don't want to tell you go ahead and chop it the fuck out, and then be like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, we
how's
fucked
he
up.
gonna hold his fucking thingies?
Yeah. Because on the other hand...
What's he called? The Eightfold Harvest Lord. There we go.
Yeah, the Eightfold Harvest Lord. I don't know what the Eightfold's about, but yeah.
Alright, so... You're talking about the physical thing in his hand? Or the little, like, stem coming off of it?
It looks like a stem. See here, I'll see if I can get it in a nice, clear picture.
No, that is an actual piece.
That's a piece of his gun?
Handle with a stem coming off of it in the picture, in the 360, yeah.
Okay.
They colored it red. It's part of, like, his, like, joystick thing to hold it.
Oh, okay, I get you now.
The hand you're holding is the hand that's, like, down.
Yeah, because see, it has this deep...
He's striding.
Yeah, because it has this tube part that runs up into the grip, but
yeah.
The bottom...
The bottom is also a tube.
Okay.
It has tubes on both sides.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Like a little, like, joystick thingy to move them around.
Right. Because, yeah, you imagine, like, it's like a van brace, and he puts his hand into it, and then it's got to be, like, pipes or whatever to grip onto the thing, right? Yeah. I gotcha.
That's the hand, and he has a loose grip on it. So it looks like it's not supposed to be there. That's a loose grip, because he's striding, he's actively walking, so that's the hand that's... You know how you walk, your hands move, one goes up, one goes down, that's the hand that goes down.
What?
When you're walking.
No, I know, I got you. I'm teasing. I got you. Sophie.
That's why it's like his open palm.
Yeah. Yeah, because his hand is like open, whereas the other hand is closed. And he's got big, sharp, pointy fingernails. Sophie, I just use that Gorilla Brand super glue and try not to stick my fingers together or to the resin. Yeah, exactly. I mean, even just playing with this stuff today, I mean, I've already felt my fingers stick just a little bit to the model. Just looked on Google, seems only shows either epoxy resin glue or resin adhesive glue. I wonder what particularly resin adhesive glue is.
Resin.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
My house isn't burned out.
It's Gorilla Glue.
Resin adhesive glue is just Gorilla Glue?
It's a type of... Well, there's different types of glue, but it's an epoxy glue.
Well, it's like a 2-part epoxy then?
Similar-ish.
Okay. I don't know. I thought maybe Sophie was onto something there. I thought she had the Pro Strats.
That's what Google's telling me when I click on like products that says resin adhesive.
Right.
And then there's JB Weld.
Yeah, JB Weld. I mean, that's for fucking car parts.
He's never coming apart.
Yeah, that's never. Well, oh no, I watched a video of a dude testing those. What? I didn't hear you, Boop. What?
Said he'll break.
Yeah.
JB Weld no fucking break.
Yeah. Sophie. Or wait, no, Kim. All the videos I see on resin welding are using resin to do it. Oh, using resin to bond the resin. Interesting.
I just don't know if you can do that on that little guy.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think like.
Because they do that for like the truck bed liners and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll work on that little guy. You might.
Yeah, you end up just flooding details or something, right? Which is always my primary concern, especially when cleaning off models, either knocking details off or flattening them.
Sometimes I scare myself because I started using Tamiya super thin.
Yeah.
With the little brush, and sometimes if you accidentally, luckily it's the extra or super thin, so if it does get runny and run down somewhere, it's so thin. As long as you don't touch where that glue is, you're not going to destroy any detail. But I do have like little mini panic attacks.
Yeah.
When I accidentally overload the brush a little bit, so I have to like set the mini down so I don't like touch anything and like destroy detail.
Yeah.
Because it's really thin, so it by itself it's not going to destroy detail. But if you start touching stuff, because it softens the glue until it dries.
Yeah.
Or softens the plastic till it dries.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've done that 100 times where the glue was on the surface or it was on my finger and then I touched the model and then it leaves my fucking fingerprint on that model surface, like the side of a rhino, and you can see a big fingerprint on it. It's like, for fuck's sake. Yeah. I've done that plenty of times.
Always had many fucking heart attack.
No, that just annoys me. But like when your fingers stick together, or your finger, like the part sticks to your fingers, that's where you get a heart attack because you're like, oh my god, I gotta go to the fucking doctor and get this part removed. And,
Well, good thing I'm an expert shot.
Yeah. All right. I think this part is clean now. I'm actually kind of getting excited for painting this up. I can feel that little voice in the back of my brain going, yeah, this is going to be fun. Now the question becomes, do I paint it like the rest of my corpse grinders, or do I do something different? Because this guy is kind of a special character.
He's a special character, but he is the corpse grinder character. So maybe something slightly different. Maybe invert your color scheme.
That didn't tell me shit there. Boop.
No, but I mean, like, he's not.
There we go. Look at that.
He's special, but he's only special to that back. He's not like one of the Necromunda characters that everybody can hire.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this
so
crazy.
Maybe kind of keep him unified. Maybe invert the color scheme.
Yeah, maybe. Instead of predominantly white and mint green, go with mint green and white. I could do that.
Because he'll look different, but he'll still kind of.
Ooh, yeah.
Only a suggestion.
No, I hear you. It's a good suggestion. Yeah. This guy's pretty awesome.
I don't think anybody else. I don't even think Chaos cults, like not corpse grinder cults, like the normal Chaos cults for Necromunda. I don't think they can even hire him. I think it's just the corpse grinder.
Oi! Sir Pork, thank you. Cheering with some bits. Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Fuck, where the hell am I in these? Sophie, Gorilla Brand, yes. Kim, it's a plastic weld glue. It's epoxy based. Sophie, you think that with many doing resin models, now they'll do a proper resin glue for it. Yeah, Well, I mean, like cyanoacrylate glue, super glue, crazy glue, whatever you want to call it. I mean, like it's everywhere, right? And it's typically it's very cheap. Personally, I like this one, Zap-A-Gap, for a lot of things because you can gap fill with it. So anybody who's ever used super glue, the tendency is to over glue, whereas with like most cyanoacrylates, it only takes a little bit of glue to bond two parts together. It only takes a little bit. A lot of times when people are using super glue, they use too much, and that's why you end up with that frosting. You don't get a good bond. It's too thick in there, and yeah. I don't know what all those emojis mean. Sir Pork. What does that mean? What's a mini den bongo chino? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was. Now what's it is strange and unusual.
I have no idea. Is that an...
It's the emojis that Sir Pork put up on his comment there, and I'm just reading the name of what that emote is called. So I see pride. Yeah, that's the pride flag. Okay, and then mini den bongochino. Is that what that means? Fuck, I don't know.
Oh, you see, back in my day, we didn't have them emojis.
Yeah, them crazy ass emojis. Sophie, if you've got super glue stuck on your finger with a part, put some nail polish remover into a cup and put your finger into it. Interesting. Yeah. It breaks down and loosens the glue, and then wash with soap. Now, typically, nail polish remover has acetone in it. And if you're playing with styrene plastic, won't that part melt? Has that ever happened?
Well, I've had it go soft.
Make me laugh, man, when I'm holding a razor. It'll make me hurt myself. Oh, I just fucked it up. There we go. I certainly hope that wasn't an important detail.
Top 10 things you don't want to hear from your doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully that wasn't attached or was important. Hopefully that wasn't important.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
The fuck is this? The fuck is that?
Yeah.
The fuck are you?
Kim, your corpse grinders and my Necron should hang out since they have the same taste and colors. Yeah. Well, I mean, like your Necrons are a really good color combination. In retrospect, I'd probably want to do the corpse grinders a little closer to that. Unfortunately, the corpse grinders have flesh. Unless, of course, I did them, kind of their flesh kind of like undead flesh or necrotic flesh. It wasn't so fresh looking, right? I mean, corpse grinders, I don't think are, they're not undead. They're just,
They're just
crazy with blood.
They live in the basement of the Underhive.
Yeah, like corpse grinders are. I don't like. Well, I mean, everybody. It seems like everybody in Necromunda is a cannibal. So, but
yeah, but they're really down there because they grind up the corpses for the corpse starch.
Yeah. The Soylent Green.
It's people.
Yeah.
Corpse grinders don't actually worship chaos. It's just every time one goes crazy and the Palatine enforcers have to come down and drag them out. It's basically that scene. It's made of people as it's getting dragged out from the assembly line.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there a problem, officer? I need to serve these people. Have you ever wondered what people taste like?
From what I understand, it tastes like pork. Or were you making a joke?
Oh. I'm just seeing where I could take this.
Oh, yeah. From what I understand, yeah, people taste like pork, apparently. Not that I know of any cannibalism, but yeah. So I've been told by cannibals. A few of the cannibal friends I have. Yeah, you'd think with corpse grinders, like as far as the background's concerned, because you know they're basically feasting on the dead bodies and they're eating the flesh, and you know, what is that condition that cannibals suffer from that makes them goofy? It affects the brain. Anyway,
Shingles?
Shingles. No, I don't think it's shingles. No, it's not shingles.
No, wait. They call it shivers, don't they?
Shivers or something like that. Yeah. It's a condition it's a condition that affects cannibals. Anyways, from what I understand, it causes laughter and stuff like that, and so really these guys should be more like murder clowns in the Underhive kind of thing. They should be like giggling and laughing.
I looked up mental condition cannibals, and the first result I got is Kuru is a very rare disease. It is caused by an infectious protein found in contaminated human brain tissue. Kuru is found among people from New Guinea who practiced a form of cannibalism in which they ate the brains of dead people as part of a ritual.
Something like that.
My nan, you sure was tasty.
Yeah, cannibalism's kind of fucked up. Just a little bit. But, I mean, if you're really into your pork, you know, go for it. You gotta have your bacon. God, I hate fucking cleaning out these goddamn chainsaw teeth. Kim, I use Black Widow Superglue from AK Interactive. It's colored black, so easy to see how much you put on. Interesting. Never heard of that. Sophie, it'll probably ruin the part. Yeah. If you use the nail polish remover on, on resin, I'm sure nail polish remover is fine, but on a styrene plastic part, like a regular GW part, yeah, it'll melt. Nail polish remover, yeah, it'll melt the surface. It's not gonna just go bleh, but it'll muck up the details and mess the model up.
So, if you're doing it, make sure it's Nurgle Demons.
Yeah, if you're playing Nurgle, I mean, that's probably gonna help you. But otherwise,
If you're playing Nurgle, you're my friend.
Cleaning out these chainsaw teeth is taxing.
Oh, damn it, Sophie.
Why? What'd she say?
I wonder if it was the cannibals that first used the term eating out. I just saw it in the corner of my eye. Like, yes. This girl knows what's up.
It's a legit question.
It's want you guys to know I'm sitting here shaking my head.
Yeah, what are Cannibal pickup lines?
Well, I mean, you're looking like a snack is an obvious one.
Yep.
You have great bone structure.
Good God.
Or is that more like a physician thing? So, like a pickup line?
You fucking asking me?
I don't know, I'm just contemplating. My blood sugar is very low.
Kim, long pig, delicious long pig, and the thing that happens when you eat people, you turn yellow and get delirium. Yeah, I've heard of that one. Not the turning yellow, but the delirium. Because I think, like, realistically, these guys, corpse grinders, I think they would be, you know, cackling in the hallways and, you know, things of that nature. Like, just basically scaring the fuck out of you as they're chasing you through the hallways trying to murder you. It would be a real House of Horrors dealing with these guys in the hive.
Alright, so... You know how occasionally you bring up the topic of somewhere in the 40k universe there is a planet that is exactly like ours?
Yep. The odds would say yes.
Do you think that means that there's space hillbillies up in the space mountains making that space moonshine?
So in the 41st millennium, are there?
And do you think they hot rod their spaceships to run their shine?
Damn, they got it right. I mean, because everything we understand about, you know, human civilization and history is that everything's circular. So it would stand to reason that that scenario of hillbillies distilling their own moonshine and then having to, you know, bootleg it across the country would have played out a few times in 40,000 years, right?
So do you think there are space bootleggers in the 40k universe?
I do think there are bootleggers in the 40k universe, yeah.
So here's another extension of that. Is NASCAR in 40k?
Isn't it? I would think that there is some form of racing in 40k. The orcs have it, but you know.
The orcs have it, but if there are humans in the Imperium bootlegging that shine, and NASCAR came from bootlegging,
so
is NASCAR an officially sanctioned sport in the Imperium?
I would assume yes. I would assume, you know. But then again, I mean,
because they do have Entertainment Planet.
Right. Well, I mean, like the Imperium, because of the, you know, dystopian nature of it all, I guess maybe it wouldn't. It would be the most.
Wouldn't be officially sanctioned.
Well, it would be the most puritanical regime possible, right? Like, take whatever we understand as puritanical ideals and societal structures and stuff like that, and then times it by 1,000,000 in Warhammer 40,000, and that's what human civilization's like.
So what you're saying is there's illegal NASCAR races.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. There is. It is illegal in the Imperium to race cars and to bootleg, but that doesn't stop anybody from doing it.
Now here's another question. Do bootleggers need to be part of Necromunda?
I would assume yes. Because there would be people in the underhive facilitating people's need to get high and drunk and, whatever, right? So yes, I would assume there are bootleggers, distillers, moonshiners, all that stuff in every hive across the Imperium.
Yeah.
I would assume. It stands to reason.
Now, do they make it with corpse starch?
Yeah, not the ingredients. I mean, it might be just, old-fashioned Pruno, but yeah, I don't know.
Could be corpse starch. They could just be grabbing rats off the floor.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, it's whatever they've got in the underhive, so, it's part lizard, part rat, part funky beetle, and then a little bit of human in it.
And they cook it up and then let it ferment and then drain it.
Yeah, exactly. I would assume. Is that a part? Oh, I dig this dude. This guy's cool.
This is some good world building we're doing.
Well, the thing is like, it only makes sense that, Necromunda would be like a microcosm of the Imperium, and yeah, I mean, there's got to be all sorts of illegal activities going on in Necromunda. Has to be. They can't control it. They can only control the population through starvation. It's the only way they can control the population, right? Because otherwise, people just rise up, start praying to all sorts of crazy gods, and then bang! Chaos demons.
Out of fucking nowhere.
Out of nowhere, fucking chaos demons just start showing up. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria.
Aren't those Escher ladies? Aren't those like drug runners?
Are they? I don't know.
They make chems, like chems.
Chems.
Like, they're not running like cocaine. They're running like stims and shit.
Yeah, but what are stims? From the way it's described, it sounds like it's cocaine.
Yes, I guess. Yeah, they're drugs, but they're not like what we would call drugs.
Well, no, I mean it's it's fancy, fucking sci-fi drugs.
It's space drugs.
Yeah, it's space drugs, right?
Booze is a thing in the 40K universe.
Well, sure.
But, they run their whole thing is combat stims and stuff. For those that don't know, and I've never played Necromunda, each of the gang houses are actual houses, and they have actual official jobs.
Yeah, the houses, yes.
But they also do illegal shit on the side.
Yeah, just like all businesses.
Chris, is there anything you want to tell us?
Nope.
Okay. Just checking. So you run a business.
Snitches get stitches. How about that?
That's why I just asked you if you had anything
Yeah.
you wanted to tell us.
You're gonna get fucking stitches.
No? Okay.
Now the question is, do I leave this head off so I can paint this face properly? See, it tucks. Oh, shit. Oh, it's in the carpet. It's gone now. Carpet has it. Fuck. Oh, there it is. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to leave this head off because I think I want to paint that face. And again, these parts are just lining up so nicely. Like, see, there's like no gap where the head is, but he's got that collar and it comes right up on his face like that. And he's got a Skeletor mask. That's what I should paint him, like Skeletor.
Yeah.
He-Man. I sound like a crazy
Stitches
person.
get stitches. Yeah.
Till next time. I can't remember what I was gonna say now. Fuck you. You fucked me up. That wasn't important. Hope that wasn't a detail.
Fucking hell. I think I went a bit overboard on the fireplace.
His skull mask, he's got like something in his mouth. It's like some sort of tube or something. I've got a tube. Huh. Interesting. Kim, they talked about the guys that make booze on Necromunda in the Carl Jericho books, and racing and fighting and anything that can be put a bet on is done there. Yeah. All the criminal elements that we know and love as humans today definitely would survive into Warhammer 40,000. Plus probably some new stuff. Like what? I have no idea. Use your imagination. Alright. Alright, we're taking the plunge and we're going to do these parts here with the fucking big pieces of flash running between these little delicate little spikes. And of course I dropped the part.
I know I've asked Chris this question before, or I've asked this question in Discord, and Chris has responded. But since there's more people here, so Space Marines that aren't like super into the book tend to adapt or adopt the customs and methods of war of like their home planet if they have one.
Okay.
Alright, so and the Imperium has this great vast different worlds, some, you know, still in the Dark Age, some like super advanced. What if this world was stuck in the Napoleonic era? And these techno-barbarian tribes fight each other like it was the Napoleonic War. Would Space Marines from this planet fight in columns and lines?
I would assume so. Like, as Space Marines? I don't know. I guess it is... Wouldn't
Assuming they didn't follow the good book.
The Codex
They
Astartes.
were one of those chapters, yeah. They were one of those chapters that kind of did their own thing.
Well, then, yeah. I'd imagine they would. It's not hard to imagine because, you know, whatever world they're from, right? I mean, they take their own traits.
The White Scars, for instance, Trigoris, a lot of their tribes fight from horseback against each other. And White Scars tend to like using their bikes a lot. So that's what's good. It's like, so these Space Marines are pulled from this planet where their methods of war, you know, fighting in lines with high power weapons. Obviously, the Space Marines would be using their bolters. Would we be seeing Space Marines in gun lines, and then when we move forward to charge the enemy, they just form like a column?
Yeah. It's not terribly, you know, difficult to imagine that. I mean, there's, like, one would argue, well, it's a terribly inefficient way for Space Marines to fight. But the current way it's depicted how Space Marines fight is not very efficient to begin with, right?
I was about to say the Imperium as a whole isn't very efficient.
Right, exactly. Like, yeah, the Imperium as a whole is not efficient. It's, in fact, it's a terrible way to run things. It just wouldn't work. The Imperium of Man would not work as it's depicted in Warhammer 40,000. And so, yeah, you can totally have a world of Space Marines who, want to fight Napoleonic style. It's not much of a stretch to imagine. Just like you would have some that would want to fight, like fencing, where they're challenging each other, and that's duels and that kind of crap.
There are chapters that their whole shtick is honorable combat, dueling.
Yeah, so again, it's not much of a stretch for these kind of concepts, right? And of course, any arguing about how inefficient it would be to fight like that is moot as well, because what is depicted in the books and stories and stuff like that, it's inefficient anyways. The entire premise of it all. So, yeah. Go ahead. Is that what you were looking for? My okay on it? I need to sign off on
that's
it?
what you said. No, I was just wondering, what other people's, opinions.
Oh, I got you.
I don't need validation, because I kind of do what I want. I'm just, interested to hear what other people, rationale would come up with in a universe where there is no rationale.
Yeah.
There's no rationale. There's no rational decision making in 40K.
No, there's not. But that's the point. 40K is a joke, right? So, we're not supposed to take that shit seriously. It's not, it's satire, right? Sophie, more skirmish order than rank and file formation for Space Marines. Yeah, but I mean, a world where there was the Space Marines were, drummed up from, rank and file type armies. I mean, yeah, they would. Some of that would carry over into their Space Marine shit, especially if they were not following the Codex Astartes, right? Is what you're saying, right, Boop?
Yeah, because everybody likes to go, the Codex Astartes. And most Space Marine players are that one guy in Space Marine the video game. Codex Astartes does not support this. When half the Space Marine chapters in lore just don't even care about the freaking book.
Yeah.
Case in point, the Black Templars do not care about the book.
No.
Space Wolves do not care about the book. Blood Angels, to an extent, do not care about the book. They might care about it a little bit, but not as much as, the Ultramarines.
Yeah.
It's just a curiosity what people's opinions on, a Space Marine chapter raised from this planet where they fight basically Napoleonics. Shit, let's name the planet Waterloo. Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
And another question, because obviously this is a very irrational way to fight war in the 41st millennium, or 42nd millennium, sorry. We advanced the timeline, but we're still kind of in the same spot we were. You'd imagine that the attrition rate, even for a Space Marine chapter, is fairly high, fighting in lines and columns. So, would this chapter fudge their numbers?
Guess it really depends. Who's that? Who's that stumbling around in the dark? Eco State. Thank you for the follow.
Would they fudge their numbers on the paper to make it look like,
Yeah. Would they lie?
Yeah, would they lie?
Well, I mean, if they're honorable, no, they wouldn't. They'd be very reluctant to do something like that. Because that would be a stain on their honor. If they're honorable.
Yeah.
So
There you go, Black Templar players. Chris just called all of you unhonorable.
well,
It's a joke. It's gonna Black Templars are more confirmed to be a lot more than 1,000. But
yeah, and it makes sense that they are, and I mean, but realistically, is
even
it
the Black Templars don't know how many Black Templars.
right? So it's not malicious in them being deceptive about their numbers, because whenever they take a world, they move on, and so they recruit from that world and they replenish their numbers. So they would not have an accurate count, because as their crusade breaks off and splinters and groups, right, exactly, they'd have more, they have less, and they just wouldn't be able to keep track of all their numbers. And then of course, given how fast and how slow information travels in Warhammer 40,000, those numbers, those census data would not be accurate, because they could be 100, 500 years old, right? So
here's another one then. So the Space Marines from the planet Waterloo, would they lie about their numbers, or would their attrition rate be so random, sometimes super high, sometimes super low, that they would just have no idea how many they actually had?
well, I guess it all depends on how badly they get defeated that they could not keep track of their numbers. So, and then of course you would run the risk of, well, if they're suffering horrendous losses that they can't keep track, then maybe you have to examine what's going on with this chapter, in which case they might reevaluate the gun line. Right?
The outside line.
Yeah.
Inside the chapter, they might not. Because Space Marines at the core are still human. They might be super buff, demigods or whatever, but their brain functions are still human-like, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I mean, that is debatable.
It could just be so ingrained in the old ways.
They could be. I mean, personally, I don't really see Space Marines thinking like people.
Well, not like exactly like a person, but like they would be susceptible to the same like ideological faults. Like so in like
I don't think there's a lot going on in a Space Marine's head. They're not fucking scholars, right?
But I wasn't like thinking because generals at the turn of the century, going into World War I, still thought they were going to be fighting in lines, but obviously they didn't. But it took them a while to realize that this isn't actually how we're going to fight.
Right, but if those generals fought on the front lines, like they used to way back in the day,
that is true.
They would have adapted those tactics much sooner, right? But because it's a hierarchy on the battlefield, and foot soldiers are just seen as disposable, yeah, I mean, like when you don't value life, yeah, you can go through all that kind of crap, right?
That's true. And Space Marine commanders aren't like, I guess, more human commanders, because they're also kind of up there, function stuff. So.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see. Battle leader, punching stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, like that kind of thing. I mean, like it's all about the bravery and the heroism, right? I mean, they lead by example. But the Imperium of Man is a hierarchy. It's all a hierarchy. It's all classes.
Coma coming in with more Cannibal jokes.
What?
Tacoma coming in with more Cannibal jokes.
Oh. must be a delay in his feed.
That, or he's so busy hobbying by the time he gets to respond to something. We're about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
He's so dedicated to the hobby.
Oh, I'm sure he's dedicated.
I mean, he is, because he paints a lot.
Yeah.
Like, he just got the Red Harvest box, like, what, a week or two ago? I don't know if he's finished the Spider Guys, but it looks like he's getting, through the Conan fan club. I'm just gonna call them Conan fan club because I can't remember what they were called. think they're like Dark Oath or something.
Dark Oath something or others?
Yeah, I'm just gonna call them the Conan fan club because like. Yes. Yes, we did. He was getting coffee. I was wrong. I thought you were just so ingrained in the hobby that like you were, responding or making cannibal jokes, even though we were talking about something different. But it's really because he's getting coffee. I said it was because you're so dedicated to the hobby.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Super dedicated to the hobby until it's time to get coffee.
Yeah, I need some coffee.
That's me, but without the dedication to the hobby.
Pure dedication to caffeine.
Oh, these spikes are annoying. Almost done, though. Almost done. Just got that little bit left there. A little bit on that side, then just knock this nub right off. Time we at here? Seriously?
5:30.
Shut up.
So every time you say what time it is, it's just gonna say 5:30.
Yeah. It's 5:30 somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Do-do-do. Oh, I was actually almost pretty close. He is almost done with the Conan fan club. And he just got that box like a week or two ago. I think it's when that box came out.
And did you paint Buddy like Conan, Kim? You better. You better. I'll be disappointed if you don't. Fucking added pressure on the man, right? Oh no, Chris will be mad if he gives a shit. I suspect though he wouldn't give a shit. Yeah, tough titty man. You know what I think my favorite part about the corpse grinders is? It's an excuse to have lots of blood on a miniature.
Yeah.
Lots of blood and gore.
Gallons of the stuff.
Yeah. It's an excuse to do that kind of shit on a model, Just make it gory. I used to do that shit when I was younger with my miniatures, have blood on a sword or whatever.
Fucking blood everywhere.
Yeah. Just make the shit really gory. Look like Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of shit.
It's like that moment when you learn less is more, very valuable.
Yeah, I didn't learn that one until much later in life. Less is more. When I was younger, it was more is more. More is more. Ah, damn it, there's another damn gate right there. Son of a bitch. Oh, man. Kim, almost done with the last Dark Oath guys, so after that I can start the Spider guys. Cool. Sophie, 2308 here. Oh, it's 1108. Yeah. Damn. Kim, they're getting war paint after I finish them all. Not that much as Arnold has in the movie. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
That's disappointing. Not gonna lie.
We were joking yesterday about clutching the emotional support AR-15.
Did you get one?
I I'm not gonna answer that question, but
So yes, he did.
for reasons I'm not gonna answer that question. But I was talking to my grandmother, and I definitely didn't ask her to knit or stitch, I guess, because it'd be a printed design. The emotional support AR-15 plushie.
Did she say yes?
Well, yes, she's my grandmother, and she likes me.
Do you have a grandmother who doesn't like you?
I only have one grandmother.
Oh. I think technically at some point you should have had two, no?
Yeah. But she was long gone before I was born.
Gotcha. Yeah, grandma on my mom's side, she passed long before I was ever born.
Like a really long time. She died when my mother was in college.
Right. Yeah, same here. One grandma. Another grandma. I mean, on my side of the, in my family, on my dad's side, my dad is the youngest boy, and on my mom's side, my mom is the youngest girl. So it's basically the two babies of the family. So everybody else is pretty damn old by the time I came into the picture.
My granddad was like that. He was the youngest child of 8 children.
Youth. Damn that.
And some of his older siblings are still alive. And I'm just like, how? You look like a raisin.
Nice.
Raisin with a mouth.
Yeah.
Literally,
You should lead with that on Christmas. You look like a fucking raisin. God, you're so old. How come you're so old?
That episode of SpongeBob with that old shriveled up fish that literally looks like a raisin worm. The chocolate episode. Nobody's familiar with SpongeBob. Damn.
No, I haven't watched it since my kids were small.
They go to an old lady's house, and they open up the door, and the old lady answers, and then she's like, "Oh, my mom ordered that." And basically, he squared your because what? And this wheelchair comes up, and it's basically a raisin in the wheelchair.
Jeez.
Good on her.
Tomorrow, everybody will be working for the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend.
How come you sound like you're having a stroke?
Everybody's working for the weekend.
Alright, I think we can start going. I only got these two little bits to do. They got some wicked flash on them. But I think we'll be okay. I like the banner. Like the one side's got a little face in it. Ah, it's a face. Sophie, you can get away with far more mischief with grandmothers than mothers. Yeah, of course. Grandmothers encourage it.
I feel like there's a little bit of revenge in that. It's
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
Grandmother's this is what I had to deal with when you were a kid.
Yeah, that's 100% what grandmas are saying. Yes. They are torturing their kids.
Yes, I sent little Timmy home hyped up on chocolate, and he's bouncing off the walls. This is what I had to deal with when you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I plan to do. grandpa, yeah. So I'm just gonna have those kids just pumped right up.
Like,
Yeah. Little shits will be bouncing off the walls. Oh, fuck. Too much.
Have you ever tried caffeine, little Timmy?
Do you like movies about gladiators?
God, when I was real little, I was in the room when my parents watched water boiling.
I thought you was gonna say something else.
No. So, my first words were not, according to my mother and my father, was not, mama, dada. It was, can of whoop ass.
No, I don't want to throw any.
Is that the Adam Sandler one?
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey hates to do it. That's all I remember from it.
It's the only line worth remembering.
Sophie's gonna start calling you grandpa.
Fuck you, kid.
So if that shed eye kid she made of you didn't make you feel old, now you're gonna fucking feel old.
I think Sophie's trying to work my last nerve. I think that's what's going on.
Well, in all fairness, she did warn you.
True. I was warned.
I've been waiting for this moment. Just watch you fucking snap.
Just fucking lose my shit on somebody.
You just think you've been hearing you're old so many times that you actually grow older. Damn kids on my lawn today.
Yeah. LOL, Grandpa Chris, have to start calling you that? Yeah. Let's not.
What? Then you could be Grandfather Nurgle.
Well, wait. That's true. Damn. I didn't consider
Not
that.
only will the kids be going home, jumping off the walls, they'll be coming home, jumping off the walls with a runny nose.
Yeah, pretty much.
Silver lining.
There we go. Got a torso done. My torso. Just gotta do the back banner and these little hoses, whatever the fuck they are.
Can't believe you haven't finished the model yet, Chris.
I know. But, yeah, it's 2 hours and, yeah, it's about where I figured. There was a ton of cleaning on this fucking thing.
Yeah, because you had to clean up all that stuff.
Yeah. Cleaning up every one of these goddamn saw blade teeth, that was freaking annoying. But yeah, torso is cleaned up. I was really concerned about these spikes. I was actually very apprehensive about, doing that because I was afraid I was going to end up snapping them or something stupid like that, right? I was scared. But no, he's good. We're not gluing his torso yet, though. Where's he go? Right up. It's keyed, so yeah, there. Look at that. Fuck. Oh shit. He's all fucked up now. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Beauty. I am excited to get to work on this guy. Yeah, I like that.
Oh.
What the fuck was that?
There. It's me touching burning logs. There was a fire log leaned up against the glass.
Good God, man.
I'm so lucky I spotted it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No shit. Alright, so he's got
That was
hoses.
painful.
Oh, the hoses go there. Oop. Hey, it bounces. Okay.
Or you know.
Alrighty. I think we're done. Are we done? Sophie, what color scheme have you decided on, Chris? For this guy, I don't know. I have not decided on anything. I'm still trying to just contemplate assembling it, getting it cleaned, without messing up any of the details. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if I want to do it like the rest of my corpse grinders or if I want to do him with another theme, kind of corpse grindery-ish, because his official color scheme is like the corpse grinders in the game, where it's this metallic red thing going on. I'm not crazy about that, and I don't like the heavy black cloth. I think a white cloth would be far more dramatic, especially if it was like splattered with blood and such, because you got to splatter this guy. What's that?
Acid and teal armor, or whatever you call it, turquoise. Whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of a light minty turquoise. Yeah. I might just paint him like a corpse grinder, I guess. I mean, he is a corpse grinder, but yeah. And it says 15 plus up on the corner here. I think you gotta be a little bit older than 15 because, man, getting this cleaned up. I don't know if I'd have been able to tackle that when I was 15. I don't know if I'd had the patience for it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think we'll leave the head separate too. I think. Oh, but if I do the cloth white, it means I gotta do the face dark. I don't know if I want to do that.
Well, he's running around in the Underhive in his bare feet, so.
True. Like you'd think that, yeah, running around the Underhive.
Cleanliness. Well, one, he's a corpse grinder. Two, he's running around in his bare feet. So cleanliness is not, or personal hygiene is not his.
Not a priority. I like him though. He's cool. No idea how he operates in the game. Oh, he's a bounty hunter. He's a bounty hunter? I didn't know this dude was a bounty hunter.
He eat the bounties for food purposes?
There's a point in the game, yeah, when you do the campaign that everybody starves.
He's a persona, or I forget what they call, like, characters.
Yeah.
Basically, he's a hireable character, but can only be hired by the corpse grinders.
Okay.
Like all characters. Like, I have to, playing Escher or Goliath or whatever, I still have to buy, can't just recruit. I have to buy him like I would like any other character. Like add-on character, I forget what they're called, Persona Dramatis or some fucking special word.
Yeah.
40k-fied word. But,
And he's got the butcher's mask and plate mail armor, so he's got a good save. And he's also got the corpse grinder cult icon. That's handy. I'm pretty sure the corpse grinder cult icon, it's like extra distance on your charge, which for a corpse grinder, pretty goddamn good. I like that his weapon skill, he's a 2+. But his ballistic skill is a 6+. He couldn't even throw a rock at you and hit you. He'd just fail at that. Yeah, I kind of want to see what this guy does in battle. Plus, too, I also have my ambles. I got to finish up as well. Remember I started working on those a while back? Remember? You remember.
I don't remember.
Oh.
I didn't eat the member berries, I don't remember.
Alrighty, kids. We are ending it there. Last words of wisdom. Boop.
I already gave my words of wisdom earlier in the show. But in a world of hobby timidness, be a Kilgore among hobbyists.
Be a Kilgore amongst hobbyists. There we go. Sheep?
Chris might be Nurgle.
I might be Nurgle. That's true. I might be. And if Kim was paying attention, he would say probably shave your nuts. Oh, there it is. Remember, shave your nuts.
There it is.
There it is. It is Sophie. Since Sophie's been chatting this whole time, if she's still here. Any last words of wisdom, Sophie? I'll wait.
I'm waiting for her to call you Grandpa
Fuck you.
again.
Although I'm
Okay, Grandpa.
she's younger. She's younger than my daughter, I think. So it is kind of funny. Because I'm pretty sure she said she's like 18 or 19. My daughter's 19. Just funny. But not haha funny.
Oh, you know what? Chris being old man also goes with being Eldar, because just like Eldar, old man angrily waves stick at everything, or angrily waves cane at everything.
Okay.
That's what Eldar do. Get off my lawn.
True.
Wave their cane around angrily at the young people.
Yeah, they show up on a maiden world and get off my lawn. Oh, there's Sophie. Okay. Laugh and enjoy life. There we go. That's it. Something wholesome at the end of this. I don't know. Debauchery.
Wholesome here.
What?
So we don't do wholesome here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sophie,
Wholesome is hidden between the lines.
innuendo?
What?
What? What is going on?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Everything.
I don't know.
Everything's going on, Chris.
Yeah. Fucking weirdos. All right, let's get the hell out of here.
Oh shit! I gotta go eat dinner. 6:30. I missed dinner an hour ago.
Good God, man. Alrighty. I'll see you guys later. I don't think we'll work on this guy tomorrow. We'll probably work on something else. I don't know what. Something fun-ish. Maybe. I don't know.
Something fun would be nice for once, Chris. I'm just kidding.
Echo State followed? Oh yeah, Echo State, yeah. And then Shuken Tekken Uso? Jeez.
In general, I posted a link that has a thumbnail picture of the tank that kind of looks like Metal Slug tank.
A tank that looks like Metal Slug tank.
Yes. It's a very stylized, like, 1980s.
Oh yeah, yeah. It looks a bit like a cross between like a Bradley and almost like an Abrams, really, but with the tank tread that runs all the way over the hull. It's kind of interesting. Huh. Sophie, great stream. Thank you. Yeah, we're getting the hell out of here. Let's. Here I am. I'm still talking away. It's on the ending screen here. Fuck.
Why can't you just end on time ever? God.
Like
Even
now?
when you do end on, even when you do end on time, you leave the end screen up running.
Because I forget about it, and then I'm like, oh, and then we start talking about something else, and I'm like, oh wait, and then oh no, shit, oh shit, the stream's still going. Oh no.
Chris's address is.
Oh well.